Hey guys. So I don't even know how I did it. I got a couple of days off of work. Not just a couple, but like 10 days off. Yeah, I'm baking some sweet potatoes, so that might go off in a little while. But yeah, today I wanted to kind of get on here and talk to you guys about some of the stuff that I was thinking about. Like I said before, I went through these couple of months of like a really hard time with like Julio um, and these guys, like, I don't know, they're just stressing me out. And not just that, like work, and I was just feeling really down lately, like just kind of depressed, and I wasn't trying to take my medication. I know my doctor gave me some medicine to make me feel, a little better. But my medication makes me very tired and kind of sleepy, and it also was making me very not in the mood. So I wasn't really cool with that. So I stopped taking it, and I was just like, I'll just deal with the depression. It was a lot worse. It was a lot worse than it has been lately. But sometimes I just kind of get into that funk of like these thoughts and these like feelings just start, like, they're just so overwhelming. And I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that today, like about how our thoughts can make us feel a certain way, can make us feel very depressed and unworthy, and then we look at ourselves and we think like, I know for me, I can only talk about myself, but I know for me, I think things like, it's kind of hard to like say it out loud because it's like stuff that I deal with by myself, and sometimes I tell Julio like about it. But yeah, it's like, why am I even here? Like, what's the point of me even existing in the first place? Like, what, like, I would never try to hurt myself, but I do think things like, I don't want to say those things, but it's just awful things about myself, and and about existing. And I just, sometimes I've laid in bed just thinking like, everybody would be better without me, like, because I get to these depressions and then I take them out on everybody. I'm sad, or I get angry if I feel like somebody's disrespecting me. And as a woman, I think it's like, it's worse sometimes because not only do I feel unworthy sometimes, but I also feel like people look down on me because I'm a woman, or like they think certain things about me because I'm a woman. And sometimes I feel like there's more of like, people think you should be a certain way, because you're a woman. You have to, like, if you have to clean and be a certain weight and look a certain way, and kind of like those things. And I like to look or exercise because it makes me feel good, but there's also that, like, it's never enough, right? Like, no matter what you do, it's never enough. Like, it's not just your body type, it's like your hair, or your eyes, or you're just kind of plain, is what I get sometimes. It's like, I'm plain. Yeah, like, I used to dye my hair a lot, and I used to like to play around with like different colors and different styles, and then eventually I just decided that it's just kind of a waste of money to dye my hair and keep it up and have it cut all the time, and Like my nails, I don't really get manicures because I feel like for me, it's just kind of a waste of money. If I wash my hands all the time, not only at work, but at home, and the nail polish comes off easily. So I just kind of stopped. And the other day, I got called an Indian. I don't know, because I don't dye my hair and I don't put nail polish on my fingernails, and I try to be careful. I mean, like with my skin, I care about myself, right? So I don't like to hurt my skin or whatever. I mean, sometimes I will go out and have a tan, but I try to be careful with that kind of stuff. And anyway, somebody always has something to say. And all that stuff kind of brings you down, doesn't it? Like it makes you think like it's never enough for anybody. But I was just thinking to myself, and I was trying to get myself out of this kind of like depression kind of thing that I was in, and I was thinking to myself, like, why do I care? Like I never care. Like even when I was younger, I always liked to be wild and different, and I think it's nice. I know one time I dyed my hair silver. It was like silver and purple, and it was really cute. And everybody hated it. Some people liked it, but everybody hated it. But I liked it. But it was hard to hear people tell me things because they have to say something, right? They have to say something. And I remember at work, I was working in the ER at that time, and I was like, there's so many people that work in there, like 60, maybe more than 60 people in there, and they're like giving me faces and whatever, and it's like you want to ignore them, but you do notice them, right? And so it's kind of hard sometimes to try to be yourself when people are giving you ugly looks. But yeah. So anyways, my point is that I'm happy with myself. That's all that matters. And like with you, or if that's the whole reason I'm making the video, is if you're going through this, the thing that I've realized lately is that I am me and I love me. I think I'm a smart person. I think I'm pretty. I don't always think I'm pretty. Sometimes I'm really harsh on myself. But if somebody doesn't think the same thing, there's how many people is there in this world? There's like millions and billions of people in this world, and not everybody's gonna think you're good looking, right? Nobody's gonna agree with what they like. Maybe you like a guy and he likes blondes, and he just is not gonna like you. And even like, why would you change yourself for somebody else? Like, is that really gonna make you happy to be with somebody who really doesn't even like you for you? Like I can't help that I was born with brown hair and brown eyes. Like I wish I was cute, like blonde and blue eyes, but I think I'm cute the way I am already. So I'm just gonna work with what I have. Like that's all I can do. I know a lot of people like to have like plastic surgery and stuff, and maybe, I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it eventually. Maybe when I get older, I might get a breast lift or something. But it makes me really happy to go out to the gym and work on my body and see it mold into the way that I want it. And sometimes I don't even notice. It takes other people to tell me, like, hey, you got a nice butt, or you got, you look nice, you're looking really good, or whatever. And it's, for me also, I know I'm kind of rambling, but it's hard to really believe people when they do compliment me. When they say like, you're looking really good, or you have pretty eyes, or I like your face, I like your smile, whatever, because you feel like they're just saying it to say it. But what I've noticed, and I know this, people say this a lot, that you hear it, but it doesn't really like sink into your brain, right? But what I've noticed is that we are the harshest on ourselves. We really are. We really, truly are. Like, I remember hearing somewhere where they said, would you be friends with somebody who said the things to you that you say to yourself, and you probably wouldn't be, right? I know when I make a mistake, I like to think, like, not I like to think, but I do think, um, gosh, you're so stupid. Like, why did you do that? You should have known better. Or I'm trying to come up with, but yeah, like that is kind of the thing that people say sometimes. Like I will say that to myself if I do something stupid, is, or if there's a guy that I like and I'm walking down and I fall and trip, or I say something stupid, and you think the most, you're harsher on yourself when there's somebody that you like or you're trying to impress, and you say something and they're like, they don't really like acknowledge you, or they look at you all funny, and you're like, why did I say that? Why did I say that? That was dumb. And you go like for hours and hours thinking like, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Why did I say that? But why would you say that to yourself? Like, would you really say that to your friend? Like, if my friend said something and her crush looked at her funny, would I really say, hey, that was dumb? Maybe, but I wouldn't really be like serious about it, really. I'd be like, just forget him. Like, if he doesn't think you're funny, then forget him. I'm trying to pretend like I have my friend here. I'd just be like, forget him. If he doesn't think you're funny and if he doesn't see how great you are, then just, there's somebody else out there. Like, let's go find somebody else. Let's go home, get dressed up, and go out to the club or go out dancing. We'll find somebody else. Like, forget him, right? But not us. We'll be like, but I liked him. I really liked him. And I'm so dumb and I messed it up. And yeah, maybe, but if he's a doofus and doesn't like you or doesn't have your same sense of humor, then forget him. I know there's this guy that I liked one time, and nothing that I did was enough for him. He would kind of laugh at my jokes or whatever, but then he wouldn't like message me, or he'd like start being angry with me all the time, and wouldn't message me back, or just said like really mean things to me. And I still, for some reason, I still liked him, and I thought it was me. I thought it was me who was doing something wrong, and I was like, I felt like I was walking on eggshells with him. Like, I wanted him to like me, and nothing that I did, like everything that I did was wrong for him. And so yeah, eventually I just kind of like, I just thought, like, wait, if he doesn't like me, then why am I even trying with him? Like, it's not like he's the best guy in the whole world. He's not the only guy in the whole world. He's not the sexiest, most cutest, most funniest guy in the whole world either. Why am I even trying with him? And then I kind of like just realized to myself that it's just because I didn't like the, what is it called? Rejection. I didn't like the rejection. I took it as me doing something wrong, me not looking the way he wants me to look, me, I wanted to be everything for him that he wanted, and it was just never gonna be enough. But then slowly but surely, I realized that it's not me. It wasn't ever me. The problem wasn't me. He was having problems in his own life, and he likes drama, and he likes that whole like controlling a woman and make her, he likes to play mind games with them. Yeah, for some reason I was hooked on him, and I shouldn't have. It was just because I didn't like the rejection. That was it. And I think he thought it was funny that I felt bad that he was rejecting me. But you know what? I also had two or three other guys that were trying to talk to me that are good looking, like they're really good looking, and they're really nice, and they're actually, they actually laugh, and we have like a good sense of humor. we actually go out and we do things, and you know, I don't have that drama and that stress on me like I do with this other guy. So it's like, it's not me. It's not me. He has his own problems in his life, and he's taking that shit out on me. And that's not fair. And do I really want to be with a guy who's gonna treat me like that in the first place? Like, no. No. And so like the same goes to like anybody else who you're like working with. I have a video of this guy who yelled at me at work. And sometimes we take things out and are like, it's me. You know, he's disrespecting me because he thinks I'm lesser than him, or whatever. All these kinds of ideas that we bring up to our brains about why people act the way they act. And a lot of times it's not us. It's not us. They just feel upset and they take it out on us. How many times have you had a bad day? I know I have had several bad days, and I'm walking around at the hospital or at the store, and I don't even acknowledge a person. You know, like I don't even look at them. Like they could be somebody famous or whatever. They could be like the cutest guy in the world or the sweetest person in the world, and I don't even acknowledge them. I put my headphones in, I walk around the store, I get what I need, and I leave. And even when I'm mean, I try to be nice, right? I try to, like, when I'm mad, I try to be nice, and I'll let people in front of me or whatever. But like, let's say I'm having a really bad day, and I know people have had those kind of days where just everything goes wrong, and you're just like, you're not coming in front of me, I'm going first, I want to get home. And you're just like, get away from me. And this person didn't do anything to you, right? This person that you're being all mean to didn't do anything to you, and yet you're taking your frustrations out on them. It's kind of the same. Like, you don't know what's going on with somebody else's life. You don't know what kind of day they've been having. Maybe you've been having a great day and they've been having just a shitty day, or maybe you're having a shitty day, everybody's treating you bad, and then there comes this person who has a shitty day too, and they come over here and they're like, get away from me, I'm going first. And then you're taking it like, what? Nobody's gonna push me around. You know, then you have to like, you think it's because of you, and then your mind starts bringing up all these thoughts like, it's because I'm this and because I'm that, and it's not because of any of that. It's because they're having a bad day. So anyways, yeah, I've just been, you know, thinking to myself like why are we so hard on ourselves? We're always making up these things about ourselves, and they're not true. They're not true at all. It's just the way our brains are. We never think of the thoughts that we think. We don't think over the thoughts that we think. We don't think like, is it true or is it not true? We just, they pop into our head and we believe them. And it's like, why are we so hard on ourselves? And maybe it's because we don't have the perfect body. I don't have, you know, Kylie Jenner's body, or I don't have, you know, but I have my body and I like my body, you know, like she has her body, but me in her body wouldn't look right. I wouldn't want those big old boobs, you know, like, I mean, guys would like that maybe, you know, but for me, I wouldn't like that. I think on my frame, it would look kind of funny, and I like my body, and I need to be better and nicer to myself, because even if I look different and maybe not like to everybody's liking, I am me and I like me, and I need just to be easier and nicer to myself. Sometimes I'm sure that a lot of people do this, not just me. We look in the mirror and we look at the things that we don't like, and we like, it's like a laser focus on the things that we don't like. So like for me, I don't like the fat around my stomach, and I wish I was more muscular, but I know why I'm not more muscular, because I haven't gone to the gym in so long. And if I worked out more, then I could get more muscles, you know? But all that stuff can be changed. It's just a matter of wanting, you know? How much do you want it? Do you want to change? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain muscle? I know for some people it just depends on, like, maybe they have some kind of health problem and they can't lose weight or whatever. You're never gonna look like anybody else. You're never gonna look exactly like anybody else unless you had like plastic surgery. But even then, you probably wouldn't look like them. You couldn't look exactly like them. It's like an art. You have what you have. You just got to make the best out of it. Create it into what you want it. Like sculpt it into what you want it. Because like hair, you can change. You can dye your hair. You can put contacts in. You can fix your eyebrows the way you want them. You can lose weight or gain weight or build muscle or not have so much muscle. It's just however you want it. And you just got to be happy with the way that you want it. And I've been trying to be more loving to myself. And yeah, I've been lazy. I've been, depression makes you lazy. It makes you not want to do anything. But you gotta get up and start doing stuff. I mean, exercise gives you endorphins. We know that already. So, it probably just takes a lot to get started. But once you get started and once you start like feeling that goodness, you just start wanting to do it more. Another thing that I have done to try to get myself into the gym is to try to make friends. I mean, I consider myself a little bit shy. I used to be more shy than I am now, but when I go to the gym, I try to make friends. I try to, be talkative and be friends so that you want to go to the gym to hang out with your friends. That's where you guys go to hang out. And then you're like a gym rat now, bunch of gym rats at the gym, hanging out. And yeah, that's a good way to keep yourself at the gym. I know I haven't talked to my gym friends in a while, but I should. I need to start going. And I know another thing is that friends that go to the gym want to get you back in the gym because they want to see you and they want to hang out with you. And it's like, for me, it's like right now I'm kind of like still like just wanting to exercise at home. So like I'm a little bit nervous to go back to the gym because I know there's a lot more people there now. A lot more people. Like it gets packed. But that's like in the afternoon. So I can go during the day, early in the day. But yeah, like once you start talking to your friends that go to the gym, they'll start wanting to push you to go back to the gym to hang out with them. And yeah, so, or you make friends who are runners or play sports. I know I have a friend who plays tennis and he loves to go play tennis, and he's always asking me like, hey, let's go hang out together. Let's go play tennis and then we'll go get something to eat or yeah, something like that. And yeah, you can get yourself out there. Another thing about your thoughts and about feeling worthy is that I have learned is that I'm not very religious. I like to do into like deep dive thinking things, and I believe in conspiracies and all this stuff, but I do believe in how the universe moves and does things to tell you things sometimes. Like sometimes when you're doing something and it's like you have that inner feeling like that something bad's fixing to happen. It's kind of hard for me to explain it, I guess, but it's like the universe telling you like don't. And then sometimes it puts obstacles in your way, and you're like, sometimes you're so stubborn and you want to do it anyways, but the universe is like trying to block you, and sometimes you're so stubborn that you do it anyways, and then you have this big bam of crap, that just kind of falls on you, and you're like, why was I so stubborn? I had all these signs not to, and I did it anyways. But yeah, I was listening to some stuff about the laws of the universe, and they were saying stuff about how the universe does things and brings people together the universe moves things for your benefit. So, sorry, my dog's, but yeah, so the universe has brought like your parents together to make you. And so if the universe didn't want you to be a part of it, then it wouldn't have created you. And when I heard that, I was just like, it was like mind blowing to me. Like, I was meant to be here for a reason. And maybe I don't know the reason, but we all, even if we don't think that we do, we play a part in the universe. So that might seem like really the universe, like are really like I play a part in the universe. I'm one person out of billions and trillions of people. Okay, yeah, but you are a part of the universe. You live your life. You have your parents whose life you change when you come into this universe. You grow up, you give them memories, you change them, you make them parents, maybe you make them parents of 2 or 3, like you change them, you change their lives. And then you grow up, you go to school, you have teachers, and you change their lives in a way. You can probably, like, you say something that helps them or hurts them, you change them. You have friends who you talk to, and maybe they're having a bad day, and you talk to them and you say, hey, it's okay, like you're awesome, and that changes their life. That changes their life even just for that day, and they're thinking like, really, like, you're right, or anything like that. Or you have a husband whose life you changed. Now he's a husband of you. He is your husband, and he's got to take care of you, and his whole life changes to be, because you're in his bubble. You guys have kids, or you guys have jobs, and you guys work together. You guys go out to the movies. You guys have dates. You guys like to go together. He's not alone because you're there with him. Maybe, let's say, maybe you have a bad husband who doesn't, who likes, it's not bad if he likes to work, but maybe he's not there all the time. But you are a part of his life. You are a part of his life. I don't know, like, when he comes home, things are cleaned, or you have done something different, or you take him to the party, or maybe he makes you angry and makes you realize, like, or you make him realize that he's not happy with you. Maybe he wants to have another person, or maybe he wants to have kids. Like, you change so much. You change everything. Because of you, everything changes. Even in traffic, if you weren't there in that stop in front of that guy, then he would be the second person in line, right? Like, it's so meager, right? But if you weren't there, everything would be different. So yeah, if you didn't care about somebody, maybe you're walking down the street and you see somebody drop their wallet, and you go over and you help and you pick it up for them. And if it wasn't for you, he would have had a lost wallet, right? Or whatever. There's a billion possibilities of differences that you make. And yeah, and so I was thinking about that, and I was like, honestly, like, that makes a lot of sense. Like, if it wasn't for you, everything would be different. Everything would be different. My mom wouldn't have 5 kids. My mom wouldn't have a daughter that doesn't talk to her. Julio, we wouldn't have this house. We wouldn't have our dogs. I wouldn't be working at the hospital. They wouldn't have me as an employee. The people at the Jeep Chrysler Ram place wouldn't have a person who came and bought a Jeep from them. Like, everything changes because of you. And it's kind of like like mind-blowing. Like really, like you really do change a lot. And if the universe wants you here, I mean, I know this is getting a little bit wild, but if the universe wants you here, why feel sad when you can feel good, right? Why live your life in misery and sadness and anger when you can feel happy and content and do things that are exciting and have goals and reach them and feel proud of yourself and love yourself? Why not? Like, why not feel good? If the universe wants you here and you're doing something to change somebody's life, why not change it for the better? Why not help them change it for the better? Why not love your life? Why not work to have things that you love, and not just at work, but why not do something for work that you love? Why not make something or create something because it makes you feel good? You know, it might be a little bit selfish, yeah, but it makes you feel good. And if you feel good, you can spread that joy and happiness to everybody else. So it kind of brought me that kind of brought me out of my funk, you know, like if I'm gonna be here, if the universe wants me here, it's for a reason. And maybe the times, you know, that I didn't realize all this, maybe the mean times, all the mean things that I've said, because sometimes I am going to admit that I think that some mean things, being mean, sometimes is kind of funny, but you're changing somebody's life. Sometimes you have to be a little mean, right? Like if somebody's disrespecting you, then you got to stand up for yourself and be like, hey, like you're not going to treat me like that. And you're changing that person's life, right? Because you're standing up for yourself and being like, I don't care, guy. You're not gonna change. You're not gonna treat me like that. And you're changing his life because now he knows that he did something wrong and to not treat anybody else like that. And maybe he will, but now he knows, like it's in his mind that it's not right. And if he does it, then he's doing it because I don't know, he just wants to be a jerk. But yeah. Anyways, I hope that made you guys feel good. I know it was a lot, but yeah, I kind of wanted to talk to you guys and kind of put out there the things that I have learned. All right, guys. Tell me if that resonated. If it did, and if you made it this far, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up, or leave me a comment. You don't have to give me a thumbs up if you thought I was just being ridiculous, because it could come off like that. I can see that, but yeah. Leave me a comment and tell me your thoughts. If they're mean comments, then I'll probably just delete them. I don't need anybody's bad vibes, you know, in my comments. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling, you know, happy, and like I have everything that I need, and I have people that love me, and I am so lucky, and I'm feeling so good. You know, I have so much, and I don't need to feel bad because one person's having a bad day or a bad couple of months or a bad year. Like, yeah, I would like to help them, but at the same time, I need to help myself first. And if you're making me feel bad, then I can't. And if you don't want to take my help or my advice, then you don't want help. All right. So that's it, guys. So yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Okay? All right. Bye.